3, 2, 1.
And we're back. We're back for another Soundbite. Foodie Soundbite. Gio, Silas, Austin. You know the deal. Soundbite time. We got an album of Gio's.
I didn't mean to haunt you by Quadeca.
Deca.
Could you give us a little background on Quadeca? Because I know he didn't start out originally in music.
Yeah, so he was a YouTuber who played FIFA. He was a FIFA YouTuber. Who turned into a rapper, who then turned into an artist. So he used to just make rap songs, but then he had, started making actual he transitioned from rapping to singing and
That
songs.
Okay.
More so. Yeah. So that's basically the background. YouTuber, rapper, artist, actual artist. Because initially as a YouTuber, he just kind of got not taken seriously as a rapper.
Yeah.
But then people after these albums that he dropped, they were like, okay, this guy can actually make really good or really genuine music, not just YouTube rapper. So first, for me, I started listening to him in December 2022. So that's a month after this album that we're reviewing had dropped.
Can we tell a story?
Sure.
Let's tell a story. So we're driving here to the location of our choosing for this.
Oh,
album.
let him tell the story. Let him tell the story.
I know. I was just getting it in there.
You were reminding him.
Yeah.
So we're so close to filming this.
We're so close.
We've been good. Nobody's spoiled anything. Nobody's mentioned any songs or any opinions.
Yeah.
So,
And then I decided to do a song quiz.
yeah. So he gives me his phone. And he's like, Gio, pick a random song and then tell me or just give me a couple seconds and then I'll guess it. So I keep on scrolling down. I'm clicking
For 10 minutes.
clicking. Yeah, 10 minutes, and then I get to the end of the playlist. And I'm like, okay, well, let me go up. And so I go up, I click. Again, everything's gone good. Nobody's talked about this album. We want these album reviews to be completely, mysterious. And
we do not talk about the album while we're listening to
Not
it.
at all.
Not one bit.
The only thing we talk about is how many times we've listened to it.
Yeah,
we can
that's
listen to it together, but we do not mention, hey, I thought this about this song, or hey, I like this. No, just shut up. Just shut up.
It's none of it.
Listen to it. Keep your thoughts to yourself. So yeah, that was happening. I reached the end of the playlist, and so I'm like, oh, let me go up and pick some new song. I keep on going up, and then I see, oh, Quadeca. Oh, I know this song. I click on it, and then Silas is like, oh, that's a Quadeca song. And then I slowly realized, I didn't realize it was his song. I thought it was a playlist. So then I realized, I look at the title of the playlist, and it says songs, and I'm like, oh my god, I just saw 4 of it. I know shit now. I got spoiled, essentially. So we were about 20 minutes away, and then I got spoiled. Austin hasn't been spoiled except for that one song that I mentioned, but yeah.
And speaking of Sorry for Dying, let's start our album review. Sorry for Dying.
He didn't say sorry
Yeah,
for
he did.
dying.
That was the song.
But
It was a song, but I didn't say it. But also, I played Picking Up Hands. Sorry for Dying was one of the songs on there.
Yeah, but you sold that one to me, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I saw Sorry for Dying and Picking Up Hands.
I know, that's what I was...
We ruined the segue again.
I know! I had it right.
Sorry for dying and sorry for ruining your segue.
Oh my god!
No! That's not... No!
No.
Alright. So, what do you... Okay, I'm gonna just say it. I think it's a great intro. Fucking awesome. Beautifully orchestrated. The electronic production is there. And I feel like there's 3 kind of sections of the songs that you can divide it in. There's that first beginning section where it's starting to building up and it's just purely instrumental, and then it rises and then it stops, and then the piano starts playing the dun, 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 and then he starts singing, and then it's that singing part, and then after he's done singing it ends, and then it's just instrumental again where it rides out into that electronic kind of fast
Synth wave almost.
Yeah. So it's 3 parts. It's the build up, the singing, and then the just crashes out, just goes off. So yeah. Oh, also so it took me so long to put this into words, but his voice, right? His voice is incredibly distinct in his singing style, and how it's the more fucked up and kind of crackly his voice gets, I feel the better he sings. And also his voice is wobbly with eerily beautiful and warbly production. That's how I would describe this album, and specifically Sorry for Dying. It's eerie, warbly, and like his voice is like very high pitched, and then like he'll change pitches very fast, and like it, yeah. That's what I'll say for Sorry for Dying.
I really liked Sorry for Dying.
Yeah?
I liked it. It was a banger intro. We've had several albums recently with banger intros.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I didn't know what I was in for when I clicked on this song.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anything about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. I liked the electronical instrumental. Because that's what I don't know exactly what it is. I know it's electronic stuff getting added. I know it's not instruments, but I kind of consider it an instrument because you're adding it into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of like an electronic instrument being plugged into
like
it.
Synth.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it for this song. I thought his singing was well in this song, and I'm gonna say this for the whole album to me, his singing goes in and out for me because he kind of changes it.
Yeah.
Based on the song in it. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And this one, I thought it really worked with the sound that he chose, because to me, it sounded like he picks the sound before the song. If that makes any sense. Like he picks what listens good, or what listens good. What sounds good, and then he's like, all right, now what lyrics, blah 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 blah, I can put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an okay opening.
Okay.
I would not have added it if I listened to it on my own without doing this for the album review. I thought it was okay. I like the synth parts of it and the piano parts of it. His singing doesn't do it for me. I'm not a fan of his voice.
I agree. It goes in and out.
It's too whiny.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. What, did I actually say that?
Did you say
well,
whiny?
you said wobbly.
Oh,
and,
wobbly, eerily, and warbly.
Like he sounds like he's
production,
crying about something. Like it's trying to be deep.
He is so the whole story of I don't know if you guys have picked up on the storyline of the album.
There's like a lot of, I'll get into it later with more of these songs, but there's like radio broadcast in the songs.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay.
But distinctly dislike it.
Essentially, so the storyline of the album, multiple songs show it. If you guys didn't pick up on it, that's fine. But like,
Death.
So it's from the perspective of a ghost that essentially unalived himself, and multiple songs allude to that. So Picking Up Hands is one of the things. Sorry for Dying again. Don't Mind Me has so many allusions to somebody being a ghost and like a bunch of stuff happening around them.
I thought it was from the point of view of somebody that thought they were already dead.
No, it's a ghost.
Because like I knew it had suicidal like stuff in it, but I didn't pick up on the fact that they were already dead.
House Settling is probably like the most like it's like right in the lyrics. Many
but I guess I just had it in the sense of like he's picturing himself as dead.
No, this
as
is
a ghost.
I
got you.
Yeah, it's a ghost going through like a storyline which involves his family and just murderous intentions to kill his family and things like that. So that's why I feel like
knowing the story makes it cooler. I still can't say I'm a huge fan of it personally.
Okay. No, I think his vocals and his vocal inflections fit the whole narrative. Because he doesn't sing like that on every song, and also on the newer album, he doesn't sing like this at all.
Well,
completely different style.
Well, it fits for this song, Sorry for Dying, in my opinion. I think it really fits this.
No, yeah.
The palette he chose.
It's fine for this song, and I'll say this for a lot of his songs. He has a very similar like sonic palette for a lot of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just am not a fan of it. Personally.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I thought you did like consistent sonic palettes.
Like, I do, but I didn't like this
the Backseat
palette.
Lovers did.
But I didn't like this palette. I didn't like it.
Okay.
I like how it's consistent. I don't like it though.
Okay.
It's like I can appreciate something for being the color yellow.
Yeah.
I don't have to like the color yellow though. I mean, I do. Yeah. Yellow is a fine color. But I'm just
I think it was really good because this entire album is supposed to be like haunting and like.
It feels.
I can describe the entire production with wobbly, eerie, and warbly. Like those three words just like put it perfectly.
The first thing I thought about when I listened to this album was Black Country New Roads.
Oh, okay.
And Spotify even reflected that because as soon as I finished the album,
it did.
Both times it played Chaos Space Marine. And just randomly. It was not predetermined.
They're not related at all. I guess it's
because they're similar in my opinion. I think they're very similar, like with their grandiose-esque like sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I just think Black Country New Roads does this style of storytelling and song better.
Okay.
So that's kind of a preview for my whole entire.
We know this, Silas.
Yeah, we know.
You didn't know.
It's 4
I
songs
said
you
4
liked out of
songs.
9.
What?
You what do you mean what?
What do you mean? What? I only like I usually don't like songs off albums. I just add them to.
Wait, how do you
remember.
get songs then? What are you talking about?
I have to listen to them a few times. I'll search them up if I like them enough, and then I'll add.
He
them
literally,
over time.
he literally like started liking some songs off the Fleetwood Mac album as you were saying. Oh yeah, I like these.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
going
started
back,
adding
so
them.
I don't think it means anything when I add like song or anything. Like
Okay.
Well, I went into this expecting you to not do a very good like review because
Huh.
you only had 4 songs on your like songs.
Well, for future reference, if you see anything on my album again, it just
Which
it's
we probably
for,
will.
We will.
It's for me to remember what
Okay.
songs to talk
Okay.
about.
Okay.
Tell me a joke is the next one.
The
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of it.
You weren't a fan
No,
of it? Okay.
It's very forgettable in my opinion. It's probably one of the most forgettable songs on the album for me.
Really?
Personally. Yeah.
I think there's another one
there
that's
might be one or two
forgettable.
more, but I might have just forgotten about them because I just didn't really care for the song personally.
I agree with
It was
Silas.
okay. It was not good. I would mind not going back to it in a
I
while.
agree with Silas pretty much, except that I thought it started very well.
Really? I think it ends very well.
I
I
will
think
say-
it doesn't end well.
I'm the best part for me is the ending.
And I'm going to say there's a reason why I don't like this song, and there's a reason why I'll talk about it at the end because it kind of encompasses a lot of the song on this album, for good and bad to me, but
Yeah.
it just kind of illustrates it to me. But I'm going to save it for later. But yeah, this song is a part of it too, where it's just like it kind of lost me. It lost me during the ride.
I will say,
You know?
something that made me upset about a lot of these songs is that they started off so good.
I
There's
thought
a
this
lot
one
of
started
songs
good.
That are like, whoa, wait, that's a really catchy beat. Now it abandons that beat and does something else.
Well, he does abandon beats very quickly, but it's like a minute or 2 or whatever.
Yeah, but that minute's like the highlight of the song, and if I don't like the rest of the song, I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna even think about it.
And I don't want to say abandon, but like it changes, I guess. The sound changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
I thought it was great.
Really?
However, I got to be in a certain mood to really enjoy the song.
I think that's for the whole album, personally.
Oh yeah, it's just music. Like there's a lot of music that you have to be in a certain mood, and there's some music that you can kind of put in whatever. And typically that music is not sad music, but this is gloomy sad music.
Yeah, it's orchestrally sad.
Yeah. But yeah, like I can listen to a lot of these songs, like regardless of my mood. But this one I need to be in a certain mood to get. So I enjoy it, but not as much as some of the other songs.
I
and
will
like I
say-
said, the ending is, in my opinion, the best part of the song.
Something about these songs that I do give them props for is it kind of sounds like wailing, like someone's yelling, crying, which is kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I
that's the
think
point.
yeah, I think it's on
the point,
purpose.
and
Yeah.
that, I'll give it props for that, but
Yeah.
it doesn't save the album, in my opinion.
Well, don't mind my opinion. Get it, Austin?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, great.
How's it going? How's it going?
Thank you.
Boom.
I guess I'll start because he grabbed me.
Oh, okay.
I quite like this one. I thought it was very, very pleasant. I was about to say pleasant, but pleasant's not the right word. But like I don't know. I felt
You just fuck with it.
I just enjoyed it. I just simply enjoyed it. I enjoyed the thing about his singing to me is
Yeah.
that it's not like he barely does it, but like I don't know how to explain it other than like there's not many lyrics, but there's a lot of him using his voice.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. And I think he does it well in this song.
Okay. For me, this is the first time where I started to see the narrative of the ghost form when I first listened to this album. So like, don't mind me. I'm somewhere in between closed eyes and a dream. Again, opening boxes, looking for closure, standing right there. I should have told you. Over your shoulder, point to the sky, but I'm somewhere much closer. The whole narrative of like, hey, I'm a ghost watching my family that hasn't passed yet. And I think the song's just really well produced. the drill type hi-hats, like drill rap, is basically what the hi-hats sound like.
That was at the beginning, right?
Yeah, the fat bassy synths, the piano, and the violin breakdown towards the end.
I very much enjoy the piano
Yeah.
violin combo at the end.
I think it's great. It's a good song.
I agree that I think you said, and you may have not maybe put words in your mouth, but I think you said just a minute ago that he has great endings to his song on this album.
So yeah, I think he has great ending.
I thought this was a very
it's a good intro.
I think he has better openings, and this is a premier example of that. I love it up until the first music break, where it transitions to more orchestral-esque stuff instead of the drill rap stuff. Because I was getting into it when he was like,
when he was rapping.
Yeah. I was like, wow, wait, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Nope. A-Paul.
Okay.
And I think there's a song in this album that I like a lot because it sticks with that drill rap-esque sound with more of the song. And I think you know which one it is.
I know exactly.
You know exactly which one. And it's
because you were singing it. You were singing it while we were driving.
I was singing it. I was trying
walking.
not to, but mine just got drifted off.
Sing. You can't.
You're
Keep
the
the
only one to
opinions.
pick up on that.
Huh? Yeah, I know, because I actually have heard that album many times.
Yeah.
I've heard
I
it
listened
4
to it
times.
3 times.
I've heard it 4 times.
Like 40 or some shit. 50.
40?
Maybe.
It's since 2022.
Yeah, that's true.
How often do you go back and actually? Let's take a small break real quick. How often do you go back and revisit this album? Do you think? Because you said you listened to it
a couple
like
times
40
a year.
Just is there something about this song, or do you do that for like most albums, or is it just something about this album?
Just some albums.
Just
not
keeps
every
grabbing
album. I don't go back and listen to every album. It's just like some that I really like.
You really like them?
Yeah.
Picking up albums again, or picking up hands?
Picking up hands. Now this one is the one that spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
That's the one that I played.
honest, I do not remember why I added this song.
Okay.
There was something about it that caught me.
Mhm.
I couldn't tell you what. It's probably the instrumentals.
Mhm.
Because will say when he just lets the instrumentals play
Mhm.
without the synths, I think that's when that's another really high point of this album. Or when it's just the pianos, just like a little bit of the synth, not like overdoing the synth. A little bit of that violin, just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
When he just lets those play,
Mhm.
no lyrics, no electronic music interfering with it, just that.
Mhm.
I'm like, wow, that's really good.
Mhm.
And I think this album has that, doesn't it? Or this song has that.
Yeah, like kind of all of the albums have like a small part where it's just like instruments and no electronics.
And this one has a good bit of those towards the front end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to me, I used to be not so into the song, but I don't know. When I went back and listened to this album, this song specifically, it was like an earworm for me. I was like, holy fuck! I never realized how haunting and so it's, in my opinion, now that I've listened to it, the most instrumentally and lyrically haunting song. Like, the most, by far, for sure.
This is what I was saying about the wailing. This is one of those
this
songs.
is the definition
It's like-
of eerie and wailing.
It sounds like the music is crying, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
really, it's really
I think it's
something to
impressive.
admire. It's
Yeah.
impressive, yeah. It's something to admire.
So
Still
this
doesn't help the album though.
this
I
to
mean, it
me
does, but-
is like, if I had to pick a song that sounds like the album, it's this
Picking
one.
up hands.
Yeah, picking up hand. So like he's reminiscing and going through the house as a ghost, the house he never thought of, especially as he says the same the carpet he walked on as a baby, the same bucket he was washed in, the same basket he was carried in, the same tree he used to climb. These are lyrics, by the way.
Yeah.
Showing how he never considered it special, but now he views it totally different as he can't have that anymore. Hence the whole he's a ghost and dead, and he's it's like if you died and you're just walking through your house and seeing your family, basically.
Yeah.
You're seeing the tree, you're seeing your cars, you're seeing everything that you can't have anymore.
Go ahead.
Thank you. It's not. It's just a real quick thought about lyrics.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this, and I'm looking through the lyrics right now. And there's one that really stands out to me. Unspoken agreements that make perfect sense until you say them out loud.
It's the very last lyric.
It is the very last lyric.
Yeah.
So hard.
It's an incredibly interesting and
He took
complex
my-
line that I think.
Oh,
What
that
were
was
you gonna
yours.
say about- so we all had something to say about that one.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Well, I
something that
haven't
needs
said
to be
anything
done.
yet.
And I didn't mention it earlier. You mentioned it first, but I do have written down, like I mentioned, Quadeca's high pitched, like almost crying vocals. And also I love the violin. Like in like the halfway breakdown in the song. So the violin in this entire album is just great.
I
Oh, it might make it to my top 10, by the way.
Huh?
Might be in my top 10.
thought we weren't allowed to talk about that stuff anymore.
We said 1, 2. Like we can say like, oh, this
Okay,
one
I
might
got
be,
you.
but
I got
we're not
you.
like, oh, this is my 1. Oh, this
I
is my
got
2,
you, I
this is
got
my
you.
3. Like you can be like, yeah, it's really good, possibly top 3.
I struggled with this song.
Oh, really?
I did.
He had 3 breakdowns to the song.
What?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's just saying. I was so unsure of where I was going to place this song in my rankings.
It's his number 1.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I like it, and at the same time, there's so many things I don't like about the song.
Then why are you struggling where you're gonna like rank
Because
it?
I don't know if it's good or bad to me.
Do you feel like you need more listens to it?
Probably, but I think I know where I have it. And I'm probably going to lean more on the bad side simply because music to me, if there's every now and then a thing that I don't like,
Yeah.
that's going to stick out to me when I'm listening to it more than the good stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I lean more negative on this song. But it's a very, very well done song. Very well lyrically made. Like what Silas is talking about there.
Lyrics fuck you up, dog.
It does.
When you know this story.
And while I'm not the biggest fan of his singing, and his singing of these lyrics in particular,
Yeah.
I think the way he's singing fits what he's saying.
Oh yeah.
And I think the instruments and all of it fits in place, and I think it all works very well. And I think, spoiler for the podcast we did this morning, I think it tells a very good story. I think it tells a good story in the song itself.
I would hope he knows what he's doing. He wasn't born yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, he got you there, Austin.
No, it's not against me. It's not like he'd hurt me.
I didn't like this song. Not one bit. This might be my least favorite song on the album.
Oh, I'm gonna agree with you.
Hey, all right, I'll agree again.
It's not that I
don't like it either.
It's not that I don't like this song.
Very
I
repetitive.
think it's the weakest one on the album.
I
don't mind it.
I think it's the weakest, and I also don't think it's very good.
I also just think it's the worst song. I just don't think it's very like.
I skipped it last time.
I don't mind it. I recall.
I did.
I
I
recall
never skipped a
liking
song.
it more back then, but then when I listened to it again, I was like, "This is not as good as I remember."
It's just repeating the same thing over and over.
I don't like it.
Depends if we actually.
He does.
Depends if we still remember if we saw the Dave Matthews concert or not. But I said in that one I didn't like the repetitiveness of some of the songs in there,
Yeah.
like the Water song.
Mhm.
This falls into that. It's just the same thing over and over.
Well, my issue
I
with
don't drink the water.
I like Don't Drink the Water. Anyway,
That's
my
all. That's not me.
my problem with this song is similar to Silas in the sense of you can repeat yourself. There are songs that I like that repeat.
Some of
I
it,
don't
yes.
think it misses the mark with me. I don't think he's. It's not that he's not sad, because he's singing sad lyrics, but it's that I don't feel it like I felt in the other
'Cause I feel
times
like
he
if
was
you
singing.
Say
No,
it too many
yeah.
times, it loses
Yeah.
effect.
Like I see what you, like I wrote down. It's the one that leaves the least impression to me.
Yeah, it doesn't affect
Like-
anything.
I remember it being better, but then I went back and listened to it. I'm like, this doesn't hit as hard as I remember. So yeah, I mean, I can totally agree with you. In my opinion, this is the least impressive and
Yeah.
enjoyable
I agree
song
with
on the album. By the way, I'm spoiler alert. Cassini's Division. It's out of my mind. I don't even consider it because it's
agree.
just a 10-minute interlude. To me,
Thank you.
I'm gonna count it against the rating and things like that.
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Dave Matthews Band at the end stuff there.
Yeah.
It's all a part of the album.
I only
Yeah.
don't consider the I don't know 30-second intros or minute intro. That doesn't matter. If it's a 10-minute intro, fuck yeah, I'm gonna count it. This is a 10-minute outro, I'm gonna count it.
I think
but
you count anything.
I haven't written anything on it, so just I'm not saying anything. I can mention one or two things, but that's
I'll
it.
say something about Cassini's Division.
Well, let's get there first.
Yeah.
Remember,
Lost in Translation.
We get back to that.
Oh yeah.
You know,
for
this was Lost in
the
Translation?
movie. What?
The commercial. And what you do in the commercial.
I don't. I'm
You
still
know,
denying it.
Yeah.
I'm still
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
deny that. I don't do that. Please, no one hit me up.
So yeah, I enjoyed the song. Eerie, beautiful. It's just an interlude. It's It's just a short, fast interlude.
Let him finish, please. Let him talk.
It's okay.
Let him have his moment.
I can't interrupt him, but you can interrupt me.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's funny when he does it.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
It's funny when you get mad about it, and it's funny when I do it to you because you get mad about it. See how that works?
Getting mad about it.
I know.
again.
See, look, it's funny.
And he's not even
Content.
interrupting you.
Exactly.
Uh,
Content. Anyway.
Yeah. So
Hi, chicken.
I like it's just a short interlude.
What's up? What's up? All right, go on.
I'm done.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I didn't enjoy it at all. I guess I'll talk about it now because I don't have a lot to say for this one, so I'll put it here.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very orchestral sound on purpose, but you know that's kind of like his thing, very orchestral, and I don't think it works. I'm not the biggest orchestral guy, and it doesn't work here to me.
Oh no, it's Dave Matthews.
Yeah, but Dave Matthews is more.
They were orchestral jazz rock.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's.
And
I guess
actually,
It
the
was faster
Stone was
paced.
incredibly orchestral.
the
so
Stone,
was
and I
Halloween.
didn't like that. I didn't
And so
like the
was
Stone
Halloween.
very much. The Stone and
Okay.
Halloween I didn't like very much.
Okay.
Halloween
Yeah.
sucked.
Understandable.
I'm not really a big fan of that sound, and I think this one really presented itself here. Also, I don't have a lot to talk about, so I put it here. But yeah, it just wasn't a thing for me. It didn't hit me in any way. I thought it was very well done,
Yeah.
but I just didn't enjoy it from the get go. So whatever.
Mid.
Yeah.
Just forgetful.
Mhm.
To me, at least.
Yeah.
Tries, does, move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
That seems very harsh, but
Well, it's your opinion.
Yeah.
You can be as harsh as you gotta be.
I hate being harsh to music though, because it's up to interpretation.
Yeah, it's all opinionated.
I mean, me and Austin were harsh on Jack Johnson. It was like a mid album.
Yeah.
There were like 4 good songs on it. We don't owe anything to him. You guys don't owe anything to Quadeca. Like,
Yeah.
just if you think it's mid, if you think it's okay, just say it. No hard feelings for Quad. Probably no. The artists definitely have not even watched our reviews, so like.
Hey, we don't know that. If you are an artist and you've listened to our music, hit us up. Or not listen to our music. We've listened to your music and then we've reviewed it. Hit us up. That'd be cool.
We get a DM from Quad again. He's
That'd be
like,
cool.
I want Silas's address.
I want Silas now.
What is Addy? I'm gonna pull up.
House Settling. Now, this is the song that I mentioned that it was like. Chicken. Yeah, this is the song that I mentioned. It was like murderous intent towards his family.
Mm.
He died from unaliving himself, and now his family is still not unalived yet. So somehow, essentially, he's rapping from I guess singing, rapping, whatever, from the perspective of a vengeful ghost. And the feature, Danny Brown, who's an experimental rap artist.
I have something to say about Danny Brown. Go ahead,
Okay.
Danny.
Yeah, so he's rapping from the point of view of carbon monoxide that pours in whenever Quadeca, or the ghost, turns on the stove and attempts to kill his family. Fuck, I said... Okay, whatever. I'm trying to say unalive now, because apparently YouTube doesn't like that word, but... Yeah.
YouTube does. We have to say unalive, so.
Yeah, but that is essentially the entire story of House Settling, and it ties into the entire story of, the ghosts and him trying to unalive people and all that stuff. So
Danny Brown is the monoxide poison.
yeah, he's the rap part in the second half.
The cracks in the wall frames that hide it all.
He doesn't say that, but yeah.
Well, no, it does say that.
Who?
No, but he's not.
Danny Brown.
That's
says
not him.
that?
That's not him in this part.
No. That's still Quadeca.
Okay.
But yeah, so I like Danny Brown's part. His voice is incredibly unique. He got a lot of hate for that, like in the beginning of his career, but the more he rapped about it, people were like, "That's just how he raps.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?" And a lot of people don't like it. I heard his 2011, 2012 rap cipher on XXL. I hated his voice when I heard it. I've grown to like him. I've listened to one of his albums before, Atrocity Exhibition, which is like one of the greatest experimental rap albums ever. He's in debt because of that album.
He's in debt.
Yeah. Essentially, he didn't care about like the costs of sampling, so he sampled so many things that he is actually like he went negative because of that album. Everybody considers it one of the greatest experimental rap albums ever, But he himself has said if he could go back in time, he would have never done that album because he's in debt because of it. So it just shows, like, it kind of sucks because, like, people should be able to make the art that they want and not really, like, have to, like, pay royalties on the sample. Like, people...
Yeah, but you can't
You
take
were inspired
people's
by
art.
the world. Let people be inspired by you.
Well, that's
Yeah,
I
but you
disagree.
can't take people's art.
If it's
Just give them credit.
Just give them credit.
Just give
and
them
if it's-
credit.
If it's not the same
Yeah,
song,
that's true.
if it's transformative in nature,
Yeah.
I think it can void copyright. Or
Well,
should
it's the
ex-
thing of
it
like
should supersede copyright.
it's the thing of like Ice Ice Baby. Like, what is that?
He just straight up ripped. the
I know,
beat.
but I'm saying like, what's the level? Because he straight up ripped it and then made millions and millions of dollars off of
Yeah,
it.
he also didn't
So
give credit.
should Queen not get anything for it?
No, I'm pretty sure that first off, he never gave credit to Queen. which
Yeah, I
is-
agree. Yeah,
Which is a huge thing. If the law was you have to give credit, it has to be transformative in nature.
but my point is that like, should Queen not make any money off the fact that he totally stole their music and then put it in his song and then made millions and millions and continues to make millions and millions off of it?
30%. So.
God, we should be good.
Sorry for that little break.
Yeah, we
much
sent-
much like
We sent Gramps home. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it.
no,
gang.
we had a
So, yeah, we're on-
unexpected
Yeah.
disturbance.
Yeah. Like a ghost.
Like a
And
ghost.
house settling. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I already mentioned everything before like we even got interrupted. So it's all your guys.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the song. Again, to me, I think some of the best songs are in the first half. House settling isn't bad. I don't think it's bad, but like, it's unique, and because it's unique, I just can't listen to it on repeat.
I agree.
That's just me.
It was interesting hearing the feature for the first time. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It does something unique, something different. Didn't care
Yeah,
for
there's
it.
really only three features on this album.
It's Danny Brown.
Oh, I thought you were gonna keep
I was
going.
gonna- I was
Sunday Service Choir and then Thor Harris off of
Sunday
Swans.
Service Choir. Which one is that on? Is that some? That's on.
Fractions of Infinity.
Yes.
Like they're at the very end.
yeah.
And then Thor Harris is the I think a previous Swans member. I don't know if you know who Swans
was he on
is.
Cassini's?
Yeah, Casino's division. Yeah.
I didn't care for the song too much. Didn't add it for one. I could forget about it.
I think it's mostly like just there for the storyline, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought it was creative. I thought it was kind of different.
Rapping from the point of view of carbon monoxide.
It was very different.
It's
but
kinda cool.
And this
Incredibly
This
different.
goes to my point about Danny Brown. Danny Brown is very experimental,
Yes.
and
Did you go and look him up after this?
no, I know Danny Brown.
Oh.
Whoa, what?
What do you know from? The Danny Brown Show?
The Danny Brown Show.
Oh!
I don't watch it very well, but I knew that I've seen some of his podcast episodes every now
Yeah.
and then. Very fun dude, very experimental. So much so that I did look up some of his stuff, and I didn't really care for it.
It's understandable. It's
Um,
not for everyone.
But I think he's a very creative guy. I was very excited to see Danny Brown on there,
Danny Brown, I know him.
and I think that this
He
song,
podcasts.
and I think that this song, I don't want to say like Danny Brown sat down and helped him write this or anything, because I don't think that's true. But it felt like if Danny Brown was gonna be a part of the song and album, this
Yeah.
was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Quadeca literally just like was like, okay, I want somebody to be rapping from the point of view of carbon monoxide. So
Who better?
So he DMs Danny
Yeah.
Brown and he goes, hey, I need you
I got
to
an idea.
rap. Hear me out. From the point of view of carbon monoxide. And Danny Brown was like, as soon as I read that, I was in.
Nice. That's
Such a
that's-
Danny Brown thing.
Such a Danny Brown thing.
I don't know Danny Brown like y'all do.
He's very fun. You should watch
I
his
just
podcast.
heard one of his albums before.
He has a very fun and unique podcast. Have you ever seen his podcast?
I have watched one of his
Very
podcasts.
unique and weird to watch, isn't it?
It was the one with Quadeca
Ah.
and JPEG Mafia.
Mm.
Two people that he's collaborated with.
The way that y'all talk about him seems like he's got the whole like industry, the experimental industry wrapped around his finger, tied in a knot.
I don't want to say that.
He was really well
Yeah.
respected in it.
A lot
As
of people
rapper.
respect him for his creative endeavors and all that kind of stuff.
Again, because he
Yeah.
was consistently shitted on because of how weird his rapping voice was,
Mm-hmm.
and he stuck with it. He didn't switch up, and then now everybody's like, okay, he's a veteran because he's been doing this shit since since Kendrick.
Yeah.
This dude was on the same freshman, XXL freshman class as Kendrick.
Yeah.
So this dude's been around for a minute. He's not as big as Kendrick, but you know.
But yeah, the song itself I didn't really care for. But yeah. I thought it was cool that Danny Brown was on there, and I think that the idea of the song is cool and everything. I just don't think it works. Yeah.
No. What I just did went over both y'all's heads.
What do you do?
Segued into knots.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you wanted to sabotage it.
Well, Austin, I didn't even hear you say knots.
Well, I said he's got the whole thing wrapped around his finger, tied in knots.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then I jumped on it.
All right.
Like,
Well,
Jump on it.
since you transitioned, just go ahead and say your.
I like this song. This is more of that drill rap stuff that we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier, and I think it carries this throughout the song. I think it's very strong. He does say a lot of the same things, a lot of the more repetitive stuff, but I think it works in this one. Because it's very, like, it almost adds to the music. It's almost like the music itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Not with the song being good. I mean, like the drill rap. Like the drill rap is in the It's in Don't Mind Me, and it's like the really, really fast, yet like abrupt hi hats. It's that like, that's not at all in knots. It's rap, but it's not drill rap.
Oh, is it not considered drill rap? Well, I like whatever it is.
Oh, it's like electronic, like it
very
really
fast
distorted
tempo.
and like type of sounds. And I mean I like it.
Nuts
I like the way
on my chest.
it's incredibly energetic, and this is
the most energetic song on the album.
I would say
by like a long shot.
yeah, because like the entirety of the album is like super like kind of like dull, moody, blue, like warm, like just atmospheric as well.
And this one just comes out the gate swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I like it for that. I respect
You know
it for
what?
that. It's
You
one of
know
my
what?
favorite. It's one of my favorites on the album.
What? Okay, then I'm completely wrong. When I heard this song, again, I was like, in my opinion, I think this is going to be their least favorite song.
No.
Because you guys hate electronic and you guys hate experimental. And this is just experimental and electronic with rapping. And I was like, if there are two genres that these guys don't like, it's this song.
Well, you got
I
one
quite-
of us right. I don't like
Yeah?
it. I
Is
don't
it,
like it.
is it your least favorite?
It's
Second least favorite. I think
It's close.
yeah, it's definitely down there.
Okay.
Probably first or second.
Okay, well, I got 50%.
Well, you didn't skip this one.
That's true. I skipped on my fourth one. I skipped it.
Born Yesterday.
Yeah, Born Yesterday.
Born Yesterday is my least favorite.
Because
song on
I
the
just I already had my thoughts by the
I think I might
second
agree with you on
listen.
that. I think it's probably... Wait, oh, no. Wait. No, yeah, Born Yesterday, yeah. I think it's...
album. But not. I don't know why I like it. I probably shouldn't like it as much as I do, but I do.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you or either of you to
Yeah,
like
I didn't expect to like it either. My first listen, I didn't care for it at all. Actually,
My
my
first
second
listen-
listen, I didn't even care for it at all.
My first listen, again, this was probably one of the first songs that I heard off of the album.
Really?
Like, the album gets released, I'm at Tech, it's the peak of my depression, final season time, first semester at Tech. This album is released, I listen to it, and I hear Knots, one of the first songs, because I just randomly pick him.
Yeah.
And, again, like, it just throws you right into it, and, like, it's like glitchy and going everywhere, and I'm like, what the fuck? So this is like genuinely probably like the first reaction to I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, and it's not at all like any of the other songs.
I think one of the reasons I like it so much. Sorry for getting up. It was something else. It's angry. It's a very angry song, and I feel like I was angry when listening to it. I was like, wait, this is kind of good. I like this, because I think. The third time I listened to it, I took a wrong turn while driving home, and I ended up going on the interstate and had to drive an extra 4 miles or something like that. I had to go like out of my way a significant amount, and this song was playing while it was playing, so I got mad, and then this song started playing. I was like pumping me up, and I was like, nuts,
Okay.
and I was like, yeah.
Again, like I said, it was one of the first songs that I heard off the album, and I very distinctly remember like. You know when he like when like the beat switch happens, the production switch, and then he like starts like breathing very fast as I'm like, when that happened, I was like, what the fuck did I just listen to?
Yeah.
So that's like one of my first memories with this album. Well, what's your reasoning behind not being very
huge fan,
big fan of the song?
Like what you were saying, it was just it's experimental. It's way too electronic for me. And like I said, like for example, "Sorry for Dying" is electronic, and I like
But
it.
it's good.
But it's
for you.
I like it, and I was trying to think about this. Like, I don't want to give away everything because I don't want to give away my review or anything, but the electronic, I'm not a fan of, just generally.
Yeah. No.
But I think Quadeca uses it well.
Okay.
And so I like it more for that fact, but I don't think that takes me over the fact that I already don't like it.
Okay.
So just because he uses it well more than I've ever heard it, I still can't get over the fact that I don't really like it.
You can be like, okay, this person in the genre does it well, but as a whole, this genre I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. Okay, cool. Knots. That's our opinions on it. Fantasy world. What?
I
You go
was
first. You go
interested.
first.
The word I choose is interested. This song is very
Interesting
to me. Like you were saying earlier about atmospheric, which I think the whole album is.
I think this is the definition of
Yeah.
atmospheric.
And I think that is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't call this experimental. What are you doing? Are you watching Instagram memes? What are you doing?
No.
What are you doing?
You good?
I don't know what just happened. Someone just sent me something that took up almost all my Google storage.
Holy shit.
And they sent me something called Nature.
Nature.mov.
And it just pulled up, and I have no idea what this is.
All right.
Save that for later.
Yeah, because we got like 18%.
Anyway, so...
What?
Yeah, dude, it goes fast.
No, I'm saying this.
Okay.
I
mean, what to that, too? That's crazy, too.
Go for fun.
Yeah, go ahead. Fantasy world.
So, very atmospheric, and I wouldn't necessarily call this experimental in the way they were calling, like, house settling experimental.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's very, like, hey, I'm trying something here.
Yeah.
More than the other songs. And, I don't know, I just thought it was really unique and interesting, and...
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Did the length of the song push it down? Because I totally understand if some people cannot sit through that. To me,
Yeah, it was... It's
great.
way too long.
It's like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
There's some songs that, like... The
Fantasy
build-up
World
might
is
be
7
too slow
minutes.
for some people. Oh, 7 minutes. 7 minutes and...
18.
The
Yeah,
build-up
I
might
guess
be a
if
bit
you're,
too
I
slow
guess
for
if
some
you're,
people.
because like we're supposed to listen to the whole thing. So like, I guess I could see like somebody hearing this on the radio and going like, "There's nothing happening," and leaving it and not really getting to like the good stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was very unique and interesting, and
I think it's got a 3-minute build-up and then about like a minute
Yeah,
and a half
it's,
of piano and then it's
yeah.
kind of like just... But, again, I know
Also,
some people aren't going to be
is
a fan
he?
of
Does
it.
Quadeca play the piano?
Yes.
He's the one doing it. Okay.
He produces nearly all of this.
I was gonna say because he's very good at it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've said that yet, but yeah, he's very good at the piano.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, so he produces nearly all this stuff and basically writes all the lyrics.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he just writes music. He doesn't have like writers like Kanye or something like that. But yeah, so for me, this song, I understand if it is not your guys' favorite because it's fatiguing, specifically in the length. 3-minute build-up, a minute 30 piano towards the end. So if it's really got like 2.5 minutes of like genuine song. I'm cool with the long lengths. Like, look at Black Country New Road. Look at Dave Matthews Band. I've had very, very good reviews on both of them. They're very heavily instrumental and very long songs. So I'm cool with this. I don't mind the instrumental, and I am okay with that type of length song. 6 minutes is not that big of a deal for me. So the build up towards the end, like before he strips it back to piano, to me it's orgasmic. Like,
You want to hear something?
Hold on. Yeah, I think it's really good. Huge, lush, and it's everything. Like, just so much shit going on. Atmospheric. And I think this might be the best instrumentally produced and, like, orchestrated songs, and even electronically, on the album. It's definitely up there.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One of my favorites.
Ooh.
What? I was not expecting that because, again, like, a lot of people can't listen to 7 minutes.
I usually don't.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
I was already used to listening to long songs like that, so
Long songs, man.
I was able to stick to it, and I actually learned to like the build-up.
Okay.
You learn how you
I still think
Doctor
the build-up
Strange
has
love
to
it.
be good, though.
It was good in my opinion. I enjoy the piano.
No, I like it, but I'm just saying
maybe-
I'm just saying like you can't just have a song where you go, I'm gonna build up to it. It's like,
Yeah.
well,
it's
be
like
it good.
The Chain.
Yeah, but the
Chain's
chain is
mostly
good the
built.
whole way.
I think this song is good the whole way.
No, I know.
I used to play
yeah.
piano, so maybe it's just I just like piano.
Silas lore.
I used to play
Foodies
piano.
lore.
Yeah, I enjoyed the song quite a bit. It may or may not be in my top 3.
Okay.
Bet you didn't expect that one.
No, I didn't. I thought you were gonna hate Knox.
I
I
really
thought you were
thought-
gonna dislike this one.
I thought you were gonna not like Fantasy World. I really did.
I actually strongly disliked it my first 2 listens.
Okay.
I've predicted Austin on
And-
Knots and this, but gotten you wrong twice.
You want to hear the really funny thing?
What's up?
Immediately after getting off the highway, this song played, and it was like calming me down as I was like
You just gotta
calming
fuck
down.
up the interstate one time.
I guess so. Well, I mean, I
Drive
liked
until Knox
Fantasy World.
finishes.
I liked Fantasy World. Obviously, not much
Okay.
as either one of
Okay,
you.
yeah.
But I mean, I thought, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I definitely didn't hate it. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fractions of infinity, which is mathematically undefined, but we're not gonna talk about
Can I start this one?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Disliked it, except for the very end.
It's just because they have Sunday service choir.
The choir
Just
part.
because it's religious.
No. It's because
No,
of
I'm
how they
joking.
harmonize. They have such good harmonies. They save a song. It's not good at all. Didn't add it.
Whoa.
But the ending
Then it doesn't
was
save the song.
Well, yeah, it doesn't save the song, but it makes the song listenable.
I
Because I
100% disagree with you.
I
think
really
it's
like.
great.
It's great.
I think it's great.
It's a
Maybe
great
I need
song.
to listen to it again, but I just did not care for it.
I think
Wow.
you
First
guys should
three.
listen to this album again now that you have the contextual story behind it.
Maybe
Because
Maybe,
maybe
yeah.
we should watch the movie thing.
Yeah.
I watched it, by the way.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say my thoughts to the end. Yeah.
Did you watch the entire thing?
Well,
No.
yeah, but I skipped around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you have to watch
But-
the whole way.
Yeah. like to me, great. I mean, banger song title, Fractions of Infinity.
That is
such
a cool.
fucking dope
That's
name.
that is a cool name. I'll give you that.
In my again, it's so hard for me to choose like what's the most beautiful song because all of them are very very well made.
Mhm.
I think this would have. I think Cassini's Division should have just throw that bitch out. Like just get the fuck out of here. Just make this the closer. I think it's a perfect closer.
I was
Sunday
gonna
service
say
choir-
that.
I might have
Amazing.
liked it. I do think the choir part makes it sound like it's ending
yeah.
something.
Yes.
Like it's a
Fuck
grand.
off,
orchestral-
I thought it was the end.
I did too. Every single time I listen to this album, I get to this point, I'm like, oh,
This
alright,
is
together.
it.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then fucking
right?
Cassini's
Yeah.
Division.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just y'all want to lead right in there. Are we?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
guess
care.
it's-
I didn't like it. I didn't like Cassini's Division. It was the worst song.
So-
it might have a contentious spot. As
I
one of the
have a
worst
question.
songs.
What's
yeah.
up?
Why is it there?
What's with like the
What's
3
with
minutes of
it?
static?
What is
I
with
don't
it?
like
I
it.
can look it up.
What is the
I
reason
haven't-
it's there?
I do not like the 3 minutes of static it has at the very end.
I
don't like it either.
literally kills it genuinely hurts this album as a
It
whole
does.
so much.
I
Like,
think
a
it
whole
ends.
point value
it
almost
ends
for me personally.
No,
well.
I agree. I'm gonna. It's a whole point off of me for me.
it's
He
that-
ends his album so well to me.
He fumbles
and then
so bad.
That song, and it's like, what is
To
happening?
me, the way that Sunday Service Choir ended was perfect.
Yes.
And then it goes into Cassini's Division, and
and
I'm
it's
like,
8 minutes. Oh, nothing.
I don't mind like the first 2 minutes, but then after that,
it's
I'm
8
like,
minutes.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's insane.
I don't mind the first 2 minutes because it's.
Yeah.
Hold on, Cassini.
There's
And
no-
then there's like the radio broadcast with the static, and I just don't care for it. I
But
don't-
like
I
to
don't care.
me, like I didn't know the like what you're saying. He's already dead. In my head, I thought that he was imagining himself dead. But even then, like I still don't see the story. I
I
don't
think this
know.
only subtracts from the story.
I don't know what's going on.
I love how we all kind of agree
Yeah.
at the very end.
I don't get it. I don't know if he was trying something or what. But
He is known for being experimental, but like,
yeah, but
come on,
he
man.
and to me that seems like something like if you're gonna try something, do it at the middle of the
Do
album.
you guys want me to go ahead and?
Yeah.
So, Cassini's Division refers to a region in Saturn's rings, a gap between two major sections of the rings discovered by Giovanni Cassini in 1675. The division symbolizes separation.
Foodies lore.
This division symbolizes separation, distance, or a divide, which aligns with the album's themes of isolation, loss, and the inescapable distance between life and death. In I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, the album explores the journey of a ghost reflecting on its life and relationships, unable to connect with the living. The Cassini's Division captures this emotional void and the barrier that the protagonist cannot cross, much like the physical divide of Saturn's ring. The choice of this astronomical metaphor gives the track a sense of cosmic loneliness as the vastness of space mirrors the emotional chasm Quadeca's ghostly character experiences. It also connects to the album's overarching exploration of death, the afterlife, and the emotional rift between the past and the present.
That's really cool. Still don't care.
I agree. Like,
still really cool.
I can see the loneliness part now, but I don't.
Especially in the 3 minutes of static. It's like
it's
just him.
3 minutes of nothing.
I'm agreeing with you guys.
Yeah.
I think it can be there and it can have a meaning and it can support the story, but that doesn't really make the music any more enjoyable. And for me, this is what Cassini's Division kind of takes away from
It's a thing of. It's a thing.
Just throw it away. Just grab it and
I
throw
talked
it
about
away.
stories earlier. This is literally the absence of a story. And like the static, it's a creative idea that tells a story, but it still subtracts from the overarching story.
I think it's supposed to just symbolize like motherfucker's dead. Like he fucked up. Right? Like
but it doesn't have to go for 8 minutes.
He died via carbon monoxide?
No, unaliving himself.
Oh, yeah.
You could have just
and he regrets it. That's like a whole coming to this and like,
Yeah.
I can't see my family, my house, and none of this stuff anymore, and I can't even reach them, which is like supposed to be the Cassini's Division memory or message. But again,
it just doesn't work.
Does not work.
Doesn't
not
work.
Good.
I
Not
like the
good at
first
all.
2 minutes. After that, nothing. Like it's just.
I didn't even like the first 2 minutes. I think the song as a whole, it just really annoys me because they had such a good ending.
Well, it doesn't annoy me to like the static stuff where I'm like, what is going? I'm just
This is
listening to static.
nonsense.
I thought my earbuds were not working.
Because that's around the time my car's radio started not working. I was like, wait, is my car failing?
I was like, my earbuds are not working. This is what's happening
Dude,
right
it
now.
annoys me so much.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Cassini's Division, meaning and story behind it for Quadeca's album. I didn't mean to haunt you. This is a mouthful.
You have to read it all. Just read the,
So
the
Cassini's
juice.
Division is like a region in Saturn's rings. It's a gap between two major sections, discovered by me, Giovanni Cassini. So the division symbolizes separation, distance, or a divide, which aligns with the album's themes of isolation, loss, and the inescapable distance between life and death. And so Cassini's Division captures this emotional void, the barrier that the protagonist cannot cross, like the Saturn's rings, the division between Saturn's rings. So that's what the name, but I actually didn't know that. I just thought Cassini's Division was like another Fractions of Infinity name. Like, it's just a cool name.
It's an okay name. I think Fractions of Infinity is cooler.
I think they're both cool.
But Fractions is definitely cooler.
It's definitely better.
You had something you want to say about the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, moving away from that, going into the movie, although I don't really want to call it a movie, but it was just kind of like frames for the song.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
What do you mean?
What was it? It has nothing to do with like the story.
No, yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just a guy walking around doing stuff.
He just made like a video
I know, but it doesn't.
with like scenic shots for the music.
It's
That's about it.
very beautiful shots and like very like cool, crisp shots.
It is,
but
nice
it's
background. I don't.
It has nothing to do with anything.
No, I don't think it relates to the like story at all. It's
No.
just him like he was with a dog at one point.
I know. I'm saying I was confused on what was because I was just assuming that it was going to be based on the music.
No,
and I was like,
I don't-
nothing is
I don't think
matching
so.
up. Yeah.
I mean, he was with a dog. He was in a suit playing the piano during the "Tell Me a Joke." Like he was at a lake. He was just vibing.
Because my thinking was
music in the
like
background.
it's gonna be of like a long music video. It's gonna be like a music video album
No,
for the
I
album.
don't think
And
so.
it's nothing like
That'd
that
be
at
a
all.
cool idea, though.
Yeah, but
like
it's-
making a movie out of the album.
But it's
Because
nothing.
it does follow a storyline
Yeah.
of Ghost, so I think it would have been quite creative if he
Yeah.
did go into that. But
Too bad
he's probably
not.
not a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Good thing
So-
he ain't like that. He's just not like that. He ain't got
Yeah.
motion like that.
Yeah.
Speaking about motion, I motion you to tell me your top 3 songs.
All right. I guess I'll go first because like
It is your album.
it is my album, and because I typically choose albums that are like, so it's not gonna be super surprising on the rating and things like that. So I actually have 2 sets of top 3s, like I did for the Dave Matthews Band. I had one set, the OG top 3, which is what I had before I came back and listened to this album like 3 or 4 times, and that is. Wait, do you guys want to guess what my favorite song is?
I think.
We can guess, but I got no clue.
I talked highly of all of them, so it's gonna be kind of difficult. Would you guys like to guess?
I'll guess.
There's a OG
I think
favorite
Picking Up
song.
Hands. What's your favorite?
There's an OG favorite song. No, there's
in
an
your
OG
top three,
favorite
though.
song, and then there's a new one. But you can just guess one. Just so you think Picking Up Hands.
Is it one of them? Is it? Don't tell me, but I think it's one of them.
No, it is not one of them.
Really?
It is
I'm
not
gonna
my
go.
top one, no.
I'm
It's
gonna
not in your
go. Sorry for
It
Dying.
is in your top 3 though.
So for the OG, Fractions of Infinity is my
Alright.
number 1.
Okay.
Fractions of Infinity was your number 1?
Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
Which one of you did not like Fractions? You didn't like Fractions.
I like
didn't
the
like
end
it.
of
You
it.
liked it.
I liked it.
Oh, fuck. Fractions of Infinity was my original number 1.
I can see that.
My original number 2 was Fantasy World, and my original number 3 was Sorry for Dying.
Okay.
But now, after this is like on the 50th listen, after like almost 2 years, it's almost November, which is when this got released. November 2022. Fantasy World's my number 1.
Hey. Okay.
I don't know what, it just grew on me, and it's really fucking good.
It is good. I
Um,
agree.
Picking Up Hands.
Yes.
2, not 1, but 2.
I got one.
You got it on the board.
And Fractions of Infinity.
Ah.
So Sorry for Dying kind of got kicked off.
got
I think
kicked
it's
down.
still really good,
Yeah.
but Fractions of Infinity and Picking Up Hands, Picking Up Hands got onto the new one, and then Fantasy World just I don't know, after listening to it multiple times, it still is as amazing as I remember it being the first time. It's like everything.
My top 3
I
could
realized
have been
something.
the reverse of yours,
I
but you messed up.
I realized something. I fucked up and I went 1, 2, 3, not 3, 2, 1. I should really order my things
Also,
better.
what's your overall rating?
No,
Oh,
we're
we
gonna
should
save
say
that.
that.
we're
For,
saving
yeah,
that?
we always
Okay,
say that
okay,
to the
okay.
end. Everybody goes in 1. Okay, go ahead.
Like you were saying, Sorry for Dying was what your 4. It was my 3. Or sorry.
Sorry for Dying was my 3 for my original one.
Yeah, it was
But
your-
ignore the originals. This is the new
Sorry
ones.
for Dying. was his
Before you
number 1.
changed your stuff,
Yeah.
it could have been the reverse of mine.
Oh.
Because I have Fraction of Infinity for 3.
Yeah, and then Fantasy World for
Fantasy
2.
World, no,
Oh,
it's
it's
Don't
not.
Mind Me.
Oh.
Don't Mind Me.
Okay.
And then I have Sorry for Dying at 1.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm saying it would have been very interesting to have the flip-flop at the 1 and 3 spots for
Yeah.
me and you.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you have a flip as well?
No, I
Oh.
did. I did have Sorry for Dying though. Sorry for Dying is
Okay.
my number 3.
Okay.
It was originally Picking Up Hands was my number 3, but I listened to Sorry for Dying again and I just kind of like it a little bit more. And then
Wait.
Fantasy World is my number 2.
Oh, okay.
Fantasy World is my number 2. And I want to try to take a guess for number 1.
Nuts.
It is not.
Knots.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Knots.
I don't know why.
It's like the one that you spoke the most,
Yeah.
the best of the most.
I spoke the most highly of
Yes.
the more traditionalist rap.
Yeah, it was surprising to me. Well, actually, not even stylistically traditionalist rap
Yeah.
for his
For what
what
this
he's
album
doing,
is, yeah.
but not at all production-wise rap.
But what about overall? Which y'all's up? Which y'all's tops?
So for me,
I want to try to guess.
Okay,
It's
so-
an 8.
no,
for you.
it's not an 8.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
Wow.
Higher
Yeah.
than an 8?
Yeah.
I don't feel like you
There's no way you
loved
give this
as
a
many of
9.
those songs, though.
Really?
He did speak very highly of a few.
Every
Every
Yeah.
single one.
The only one he spoke down upon was Born Yesterday.
Born
Yeah, Born
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And
Which
I
he
didn't
didn't
even
say it was bad, he just said it was the
bad.
weakest.
I just said it's
No,
the
but hold on.
weakest of the best.
He's
He's
saying
pulling a Jack Johnson.
he's saying that's higher than an 8. And he said that Casino Divisions took it down a whole point. This album could have been a 10 for you, is
It
what you're
could have
saying.
if
So
they
it's a
just
9?
fucked off with Cassini's
So it's
division.
a
Wow.
9 for you?
Yeah, it's a 9 for me.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Pete. What about you, Austin?
So to
Well, I'm
me,
gonna
it's as
finish.
good as Black Country New Roads. Ants from Up There.
I disagree.
I disagree,
Well,
too.
it's my
Ants from
opinion.
Up There
Yeah.
are
It's my opinion.
fucked.
Hmm?
Ants from Up There are fucked. In
You gave
hindsight,
a 7.
yeah, in hindsight, it fucked. I want to go back and re-listen to it.
Is this a re-rating from Silas?
No,
right
I
now?
haven't gone back and re-listened to it yet. But what I saved off that album was great.
This is
And- One of the songs I want to go back and re-listen to, for some reason, it keeps popping up in my head is Snow Globes.
Well, to be fair, that might just be because you're only listening to the things that you like.
That is true. That's very
so
true. Yeah.
it might still be the same. It's just you listening to the best of the best. In your opinion,
Rose
has
tints.
made it look like, oh shit, this is pretty good.
Yeah, rose tint glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's yours though?
wait, what'd you give it? You
He
haven't
hasn't
given
said
No,
anything
I was
yet.
gonna.
Oh.
I'm gonna wait.
I-
till,
Oh, okay. Well,
I have a very different review than you. It's a 6.
Okay.
I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 10.
Whoa!
and I thought I was gonna be the lowest.
Yo!
I thought I was gonna be the lowest.
3.5?
3.5.
Damn.
I almost gave it a
Right.
4.
Honestly, I don't think it'll be that low. I do not think you. And you literally just said it, and you said I thought I was gonna be the lowest.
My issue
way.
with it is most of the stuff he does, I just simply don't like. The experimental, the electronic, I simply don't like.
Yeah.
So, if we're talking just simply like creative and imaginary and like quality work,
No, I'm just
much different rating. But like
we rate off of enjoyment.
But in my
Purely
enjoyment, I wasn't a fan. I liked a couple songs. There's only one song that made it on my album, and that is "Sorry for Dying."
Really?
Yeah, only
Like
one.
I said, I
Not
only
even-
added these songs to remember to talk about them.
Infinity?
No,
Damn.
didn't make it.
I only added
I
these
thought you
songs to
liked that
remember
one.
to talk
I do.
about them.
It didn't make it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The only reason I added as many like songs as I have on there is so I remember to talk about those ones specifically. With that being said, it felt like a chore getting through this one a little
I feel like
bit.
we should have let Silas go first because I feel like he changes his rating based on you.
I didn't change my rating. I've had it.
He does
I've
that
had
a
it
lot.
dead set. I've had it dead set.
We gotta
the
make you
entire
go
time.
first from going ahead now.
No, not at all. Because I have had this set from the first listen.
Okay. First listen.
listen,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to change. And it did change for the second one, but then I changed it back for the third listen. It's...
My rating's gone up, which is crazy. Since my more
Mine went
listens.
up, down.
Okay.
It was started off, and then went up, and went down. And
He's like
It-
1.
it was originally going to be a 5. Or it was originally going to be a 4.
Okay.
And then I moved it up to a 5.
So then it's a 4.
And then it's a 4 again because I realized how annoying Cassini's Division actually truly is to this album as a whole. It annoys me so much that I knocked it down a whole point level.
Well,
like
I agree.
it felt like a chore to get through this album, mostly because of the static into some of the songs.
I would say that I think I would be giving it, I don't know a whole point, maybe, but like it definitely wouldn't be lower than a 4 in my head if Casino Divisions didn't happen. It's not even necessarily that the song is not very good. It's that
Right,
it
I don't think
ends
it's
so
good.
well and then he kills it. He ended it very,
You want
very
me to tell
well.
you what I predicted y'all scores were gonna be?
Sure.
8 and a 6. I definitely thought you were gonna like this a lot more.
Yeah.
And the way you were talking about it made me think that you liked it too, more than you disliked.
Well, I liked
it.
a few of the songs, but
But
overall,
you never outwardly spoke like terrible.
Well,
like did on
I
a
don't
few
want
songs.
to. I don't want to make a repeat of. I smacked somebody really badly. Who was it?
It was Jack Johnson.
She.
No,
Oh,
was
yeah.
it Jack Johnson that beat up? I
Jack
thought
Johnson
And
you,
Black
You've
Country.
hated all
All
of
of it.
Silas's
Yeah, you
albums.
beat up all of mine.
Hallie Hall,
Yeah.
Backseat Lovers, Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
You're just gonna hate on
See-
the next one too?
No, well,
he's got to keep up the streak of hating.
Hold on.
I didn't want to beat.
This is my
them so
This
badly.
is my first one that he's hating. Like he
liked the other ones.
didn't mind Black Country New Road. He loved some of the songs on it, but he thought some of them were cool.
And
he
Boy
enjoyed
Genius.
Boy Genius.
Yeah.
This is the first one that he's treating me like Silas.
Treating me
Well,
like
the
Silas is
thing is, that,
terrible.
like, I just didn't want to have a repeat of me bullying some artist. I thought I was too rough
cares?
on him. No, I know. I just felt like I was a little too rough.
okay, that's how it
Hey,
is.
someone
I'll be-
has to edit it. Okay, someone has to watch me do it. Someone has to watch me yell about a stupid song that I heard 4 times before I said something about it. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't kill him. I'm not gonna
Okay,
kill
so
somebody.
what's your rating?
He said a
4?
4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought mine was gonna be the lowest, and then 3.2.
Oh, dude,
3.5.
This guy's a competitive hater.
Although my
Call this-
rating,
call this-
rating probably would have been higher than
Call
yours.
this guy
if-
Kendrick the way he be hating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is one of I think this is the most polarizing album that we've ever had because the only other one that I think that could possibly have been this polarizing
Was Jack
is-
Johnson.
No, Backseat Lovers because me and Austin both didn't think Jack Johnson was very good. You thought it was you changed it to a 6 or 7, I forget.
What?
I thought you said change it to 7. You had 8 in the
You had
video.
8, but then you changed it later.
What?
Later. Jack Johnson.
Jackson.
Oh, Jack Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
you
a 7.
changed it down to a 7.
Yeah.
But like Backseat Lovers, right? I liked it. You liked it.
I really liked it.
Austin, what did you give Backseat Lovers?
He gave it a 4.
4 sounds right.
So this is your lowest score ever.
I think so.
This is my lowest score ever as well.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've given anything below a 5.
I don't think I've given. Oh wait, what did I think I gave?
You gave Jack-
I give Jack Johnson a 4.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hater Brigader.
Hater Gator. Hey, look, we're all haters.
We all
Except
are.
him. He's competitive.
He's competitive. He's gotta hate
ranked. He's ranked.
more. He's gotta hate more.
I tried to be better today, guys.
I tried to
tried.
be better
I
at
tried.
3.5. I want to know, what was it on your initial listen? Was it a 2?
Yeah,
A one?
I'm interested in that. There's no way
The
you gave
first,
it a 1.
when I heard "Sorry for Dying," I was like, "Am I gonna like this?" And then I was like, "Oh no, this is not going well."
On Sorry for Dying or the second song?
The after "Sorry for Dying,"
it all went downhill from there.
and then you would have a little bit of highs where it's like, "Oh, that wasn't bad. Like that was, that was like all right. That was fine." And then he ended it so well, and I was like, "Dude, that like in my head after I heard the choir finish, and I was like, okay, maybe after a couple listens, this could be like a 5 or a 6 for me. It's kind of different, kind of experimental. I'm not really into it, but I think he does it well.
Yeah.
And then, what is it? Cassandra? What's her name? Cassini plays, and I'm like, you ruined it.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
Well,
Cassini's really tears this album.
So
down.
I would say that my first listen was actually probably like I was thinking like 5 until Cassini came around, but ever since that point where I knew that, it was hanging around like a 2 and stuff, and then I started to kind of like the songs the more I listened to them. So
That's
it was bouncing around there.
Well, my goal with I think all of our goals with these album reviews is to just, at least my goal for you two is to expose you as many genres that I can. I've never touched folktronic. We've touched folk before with Boy Genius, but we've never touched electronic before. So I wanted to tap into that.
I think
I don't really care what you guys' opinion is. I mean,
you do.
Kind of, but at the same time, the point isn't to get a good rating from you two. The point is to show you electronic, experimental,
And I appreciate that, and I like to think
just jazz, whatever,
Yeah.
So
I like to think
I'm just glad that I exposed you guys to something electronic.
Yeah, I like to think that when I choose my albums, it's something that's familial, but you may not have enough experience with it. And he goes for classics. I feel like
you do. Go for classics.
Yeah, but
so
I'm
far
doing
you've gone for classics.
Bare Naked Ladies.
So far,
Fleetwood Mac.
what I've done is I've tried to
Dave Matthews. They're all classics.
And I'm gonna change this eventually, but right now my mindset is I'm showing artists that I like that I don't hear talked about and I don't hear y'all know.
I like how
so
we
all
have our own niches.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, like the guy that I have in my head for my next album. Yeah. Y'all have no idea who this guy is. I 100% guarantee you. You have no idea who this
Gordon
is.
Lightfoot.
No. I can go tell you right now. It's not Gordon Lightfoot.
Wait, so my method of choosing albums is
you do new stuff, like
new stuff for you guys.
Yes.
People that I listen to and new stuff for you guys. Austin does
classics, highly rated.
Well, I mean, it tends to be classics, but it's just song. It's just artists.
Typically, that's just what you listen to.
Yeah. But it's just artists that I know that y'all don't yet, and also the audience because I know this is going on YouTube, and I'm like, I want them to spread the artists that I like.
Mine's based on genre. His is based on artist. So's.
Mine is based on familiarity. Like
now,
these are. Yes, and to people as a whole. Like the artists I choose are all people that are known.
Yeah.
Mostly. I think the most out there I've had was Backseat Lovers, but even then they're a really they're like the most popular indie band. But the reason I choose them is because everyone knows these names, but not a lot of people explore their works any deeper. They just listen to one or two songs.
And that's why we're doing Taylor Swift. Not a lot of people saying her work.
Yes, actually.
Not a lot of people saying her work.
We are actually doing Taylor Swift.
No, we're not.
No, be for real.
We're doing Taylor Swift's name album.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If somebody's going to do that, it's me or Austin.
Yeah, you picking Taylor Swift? No way, not Tay-Tay.
The classics.
You can't pick no Tay-Tay.
I want you
Tay-Tay's a classic.
Saying that I've now said it's a familial band that both of y'all have at least heard of. I want you all to think about it for a second before I say it out loud.
Well, can you give us a hint?
Yeah.
I've talked about this band a lot recently.
Good Kid?
No. I've been looking for a Good Kid album. They don't have one that's long enough yet.
I listened to the Arctic Monkeys.
Don't tell me it's Arctic Monkeys.
It is the 2013 album Am by Arctic Monkeys.
I thought it was AM.
It is AM, but I just call it Am.
Oh, okay.
I'm so happy I was right.
I think I've heard
it. It has 12 songs. It's 41 minutes and 47 seconds.
I've heard part of that album.
I'm so happy.
You definitely have. I've played part of that album.
No, on my own. I've known Fluorescent Adolescent before you even played it.
We have an album
I don't
match?
think Fluorescent Adolescence is on this
Is it the one with the house?
No,
I think we have an album.
Your Favorite Worst Nightmare.
Yeah, Fluorescent Adolescence on the one with the house. Yeah, I haven't heard this one then.
This is Am.
Okay.
It's got some really good songs on it. At least that I know are really good. But I don't hear this. I don't hear
I saw.
Yeah.
I hear everyone say oh, that's just songs I've listened to in the past.
Oh yeah.
It's on your playlist.
I bet.
Yeah. When I chose Backseat Lover, I had like 4 songs from there on my playlist, and it changed because I haven't listened to all the songs on this album yet.
You know, I'm excited for this one because so many people are like, oh, Arctic Monkeys, oh, they're so good. They're so
I am finally.
And
I'm excited to have an opinion on the Arctic
I'm
Monkeys.
excited as well because
Yeah, exactly. Because you always hear about it, but you don't.
I know nothing about them.
So like it's because I have so many genres and artists that I want to get into before Arctic Monkeys. Like I have like Radiohead, Cage the Elephant, Tame Impala, Arctic Monkeys. This whole like kind of like rock, kind of niche type of artists and bands that I would like to get into. But there's so many more things that I want to explore first that I haven't had the ability. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this one.
This is the one that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Favorite Worst Nightmare, which was another one in contention.
Yeah, I've heard that one's really good.
It only has 2. There's only 2 songs on it I like, which is Fluorescent Adolescence and
Bruh.
505.
He a hater.
Hate them again.
No, I haven't heard this album. Like I said, I only know surface level songs.
Double album listen? I'm just joking.
Double in it.
Like, actually, I don't want to show you my top ones. Cause,
Yeah, please
Yeah,
don't.
dude, Silas, do
don't.
not.
No, like their top rated songs.
Oh, well,
Some of them are from the album, and I've liked those songs.
Nope, not at all.
But another one that I really was thinking about, it was really among this band. I kind of knew from like,
So just to confirm,
Like
we're doing Arctic Monkeys.
we are doing Arctic
But
Monkeys.
this was another
AM.
possible one.
No, it was whatever people say I am. That's what I'm not. This was, I believe, one of their like first albums that like popped them up.
Mm-hmm.
And the other person I was thinking about doing today was
This new album.
no, it was Zach Bryan actually.
Oh.
It was, I forgot the name of the album.
Zeki boy.
You know, if you don't do him, he's on my list, by the way.
Well, I was
He's
planning
not
to
on
do
my
the
list.
album. I was planning to do the album American Heartbreak. That was the original one.
It's too
That's-
long.
It's
Crazy
3 hours
long.
long.
You could a better choice would be the self-titled.
Although
That's what I was
although,
gonna do.
Or the Great
although I
American
don't know,
Bar
next
Scene.
time we'll do a soundbite, so it could be.
It was gonna be his 2023 self-titled Zach Bryan.
Or you
album.
could do the Great American Bar Scene, which I haven't finished yet. I've only heard half of it.
I just don't. I've looked at some of these songs. I don't think I'd like them.
What, self-titled?
No, Great American Bar Scene. He has
Yeah.
one song in there that I really, really like though.
Is it 28?
It is 28.
Yeah, I
28
know.
is so good.
It's really good.
But yeah,
All right.
look forward to that. Arctic Monkeys.
If you don't take Zach Bryan,
I wish
I'll
it
take
would
him.
Arctic Monkeys.
I don't know when. It's gonna take a while, but yeah. Okay. Well,
And that was our review of.
AM Arctic Monkeys is our next album. However, we just finished Quadeca's
Sorry.
third album.
This was his third.
I think so.
I thought this was his first.
No, it was his third. Either third or fourth. He's done a couple albums. Yeah, but
Shout out,
Quadeca, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. Shout out
Quadeca, Danny Brown. Come on the podcast.
Thor Harris and Sunday Service Choir.
Yeah.
Please, Sunday Service Choir. Can you like stand behind us and do like a
That would be
like
awesome.
an intro for
That'd be
us?
That would be dope.
That'd be awesome. And actually end it for us. Be the ending for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You got snuffed. You would have been so much better.
Like and subscribe, please.
Oh, it's okay.
Just do it. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. Just click a button.
Hey, and
It's
guess
fine.
what?
Just click
If
a
you end
button.
up not liking us later, guess what? You can always unsubscribe.
That's true.
So
You can do it. It's
there's
only
no
one
reason-
button.
Every
There's no reason
every
not to
subscriber,
subscribe.
every subscriber wants to watch an episode of One Piece.
Yeah.
He's at, like, 30
Or if
something
you
right now.
don't like anime, just pretend I'm watching a show that you want me to watch.
It could be Community.
Could be whatever.
Could be Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Just pretend I'm watching it.
Could be Parks and Rec.
Could be
Whatever.
The Office.
Could be The
Well,
Office.
we watch The Office.
Could be Afterlife.
Could be.
All right,
Could be whatever.
we're out.
See you later.
See ya.